Good afternoon, my name is Austin. I'm a salesman here at Mercedes-Benz of Manchester, and today we're going to be comparing a few of the differences between the brand new 2020 GLE580 and the 2020 GLS580. Now first, looking at both of these vehicles, you can see they're both the polar white color. Both vehicles have the AMG Night Package, which includes black accents on the front grille, the rims, the side view mirrors, and the trim. Underneath the hood, both vehicles have the same 4-liter bi-turbo V8 engine with EQ boost, creating 483 horsepower and 516 pound-feet of torque. Now first, starting with the GLS starts just above the GLE in the Mercedes-Benz lineup. The GLS has a bit more space in the interior, such as the third row seat that comes standard, whereas that is an option for the GLE. Now looking at the front end of the GLS, you can see that AMG styling on the front with the black accents. We have here the multi-beam intelligent lighting system with multi-beam LEDs. Moving around to the side, we'll take a look at the split 5-spoke AMG rims. This vehicle has auto folding and auto dimming rear view mirrors, as well as a little triangle that works as your blind spot detection. That's going to light up red when a vehicle is in your blind spot. This vehicle has the keyless go package, which allows you to lock and unlock the door by placing your hand on the outside and inside of the door handle with the key in your pocket. That's going to work for all 4 door handles as well as the trunk of the vehicle. Now looking at the rear end of the GLS, underneath this lip we have a fold-out backup camera. That comes with the GLS and GLE. That's going to fold out automatically when you put the vehicle in reverse and fold back in when you put the vehicle in drive, keeping that camera lens clean. Popping open the rear hatch here, we'll take a look at the inside. As you can see, we have plenty of space back here. The back 2 seats are folded down right now. As you can see with these little switches here, you can fold up both of those rear seats, allowing access into this third row here. Just behind that, we have another switch here that's going to lower the rear end of the GLS with the air suspension that comes standard with the GLS580. As you can see, you have other switches here on the left side of the cargo area. Those switches give you control over the middle row. As you can see inside this vehicle, we have 2 captain's chairs for the middle row, and you can, right from those switches, fold both of those seats all the way down. What this means is with the seat controls in the back end here, you can, from the cargo area in the back, fold down all 4 rear seats, giving you access to a giant cargo compartment in the back of the GLS. In that third row, we do have heated seats in this particular GLS, as well as 2 USB-C ports per third row seat. Moving to the passenger side, opening up the rear door, you can see the beautiful black MB-Tex interior. Looking at the door panel here, you can see we have the heated seats for the second row as well. We also have seat controls here so that you can change the position of that middle row seat. Looking up, you can see this vehicle has the panoramic sunroof. Also looking at this door switch here, you can see right on the window switch, you can also raise an automatic sun blind for that second row seat. One more thing to point out, in the second row of the GLS, we do have in this vehicle 2 climate zones for the rear seats, and you can control them right from this panel right here. Also in the center, we have a little compartment that folds out here that gives you access to 2 USB-C ports and a 115-volt household style outlet. Now looking at the front end of the GLE, as you can see, there are a few slight differences between the front end of the GLE and the GLS. The GLS sits a little bit taller than the GLE. The headlight design is a little different, and as you can see, you have 2 wings on the top and bottom as compared to the one on the GLE's front grille. Moving around to the side, we'll take a look at the giant multi-spoke 21-inch AMG rims with black accents. This vehicle also has that same folding and dimming side view mirror with the blind spot detection triangle in the bottom corner. This vehicle also has the keyless go system that allows you to lock and unlock the door by placing your hand on the outside and inside of the door handle. Now moving inside the cargo area of the GLE, that's where you're going to really see the difference between the GLE and the GLS. Now this vehicle also comes equipped with that third row seat. However, those third row seats are manual and you have much less room in this back third row of the vehicle. You can easily get into the third row by using a small switch that is on the shoulder of the rear seat or the second row seat. Simply pull that switch and that second row seat will fold forward for you. Then what you can do is manually lift this seat right from a little handle that is also located on the shoulder and fold it up. As you can see, there still isn't a whole lot of legroom here. This seat is more meant for children and not on a regular basis. This GLE also has the airmatic suspension with controls for the second row seating on this side, so you can fold forward the second row seats simply by pushing these switches right here. Now moving inside the front seat of the GLS. Now this is where you're really going to see a lot of similarities between the GLS and the GLE. Both vehicles have a very similar layout to the cabin. Everything is right around in the same place to one another. First, starting with the center console, I'll show you the space that we have inside. You have one USB-C port in there. Moving forward, we have our air suspension switch. You can raise and lower the suspension using this switch here, pushing that up and down. Moving forward, we have the control panel for the GLS. This is a brand new touchpad. Works a lot like the trackpad on a laptop. Even gives you a little bit of feedback as you're scrolling through the different menus. On the right-hand side, you have all of your quick menu buttons. Quickly press any of those buttons to go to the following menus. On the left side, we have our vehicle settings and our favorite menu. In front of that, we have our parking assist button. Quickly press this button to start scanning for parking spaces. Once the vehicle finds a parking space that is large enough for the vehicle, it will notify you. You select the spot and it will park itself. This also gives you access to all of the different camera views for the surround view system that this vehicle has. As you can see, you have a top-down surround view look at your vehicle while you're parking. If you need a little bit of extra assistance knowing where all of the objects are around your vehicle. Just in front of those buttons, we have our dynamic select switch. That's going to change you from any of the 5 drive modes that this vehicle has. As you can see, you have individual, sport, comfort, eco mode, and off-road mode. Moving forward, you can see we have our cup holders for the driver and front passenger here. You do have a small button in between those two cup holders that you can use to either heat or cool the cup holders, depending on what temperature you prefer your beverage to be. Just in front of those cup holders, we have a little pad. That is your wireless charging pad. So when you have a mobile phone that is wireless charging capable, you can place it right on that pad and it will charge your phone as you drive. To the right of the wireless charging pad, you have 2 more USB-C ports. When connected to the left USB-C port, that gives you access to Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Just under those USB-C ports, you also have a 12-volt outlet. Moving up, we have our climate settings for the GLS. As you can see, these are 2 of the 4 zones that this vehicle has. Moving up, we have the infotainment screen itself. This vehicle has the brand new MBUX infotainment system that allows you to touch the screen. It's a brand new touch screen. It is very responsive. It works a lot like the touch screen on a mobile phone or tablet. You can even pinch to zoom for the navigation. Moving to the steering wheel has touch pads on both the left and the right side. The right touchpad allows you to also control the infotainment system without taking your hand off the steering wheel. Also on that right hand side, you have a few switches here, one to answer and hang up phone calls, one to lower and raise the volume, and one to manually activate the voice command feature. This vehicle has a brand new voice command system. It works a lot like Alexa would in your home. You can activate it with your voice, and the voice command system can change just about any setting inside the vehicle. For example, hey Mercedes.
How can I help?
I'm hot.
I'm reducing the temperature on the driver's side to 67 degrees.
Looking at the left side of the steering wheel, you also have this touchpad here. That's going to allow you to change the information displayed inside both gauges in the gauge cluster screen. You can also change the information displayed inside the two gauges. You can also change the entire layout of that gauge cluster screen. Also on that left side of the steering wheel, we have all of our cruise control settings. This vehicle has the driver assistance package with radar cruise control. And with this switch right here, you can actually change the following distance between you and the vehicle in front of you while you have your cruise control active. The driver assistance system also comes with a bunch of cool driver assistance and safety features such as lane keep assist and steering assist. Now looking to the left on the door panel, we have a few switches here. Those are going to change the position of the driver's seat. You also have 3 memory buttons here for 3 different preset seat positions. In front of those switches, we have our buttons for the heated and cooled seats. You have 3 different levels of intensity for both of those. You also have a button right here, which gives you access to changing the position of the front passenger seat. Now moving inside the GLE, as I said, you can see this vehicle is almost identical. All the settings, information, screens, buttons are all in the exact same place as the GLS. Everything works the same way. These vehicles are very similarly equipped, so they both even have very similar options. Thank you so much for watching. Again, my name is Austin. If you have any additional questions, you can feel free to contact me directly at 603-792-2479. You can also email me at alunt@driveprime.com.